I may have just gotten a Balenciaga for $60. It's really nice. I'm really hoping it's real. Hello everybody. Today I'm going to take you along shopping with me. We are heading to a consignment store, like a houseware consignment store. I am on the hunt for some things for our bedroom at the condo. I need lamps. I want maybe some faux plants, maybe a painting or some artwork. I just need to fill in the space and warm it up a little bit. We have a mattress that we are setting up and our bed is getting delivered in March. We're gonna go to TJ Maxx too. So I thought I would take you along with me. Lumpy, you are gonna stay home, okay? So this is where I got my mid-century modern plates that I loved so much. I'm gonna see if they have any good houseware stuff. Every time I'm out, I'm really drawn to these side tables that kind of slide over the couch, but I never have the measurements for my couch at the condo with me, so I always have to pass on them, but I liked the circular shape of those. This store is great. They always have such funky, unique pieces. Case in point, I almost got these lamps just because they reminded me of the rock band in the Muppets. I just thought these were so much fun, but I left them behind. This too, I thought was a really pretty tea set. This Vera brand. The comps were about average, but they had it priced pretty high, but I thought it was interesting. I liked the look of it. This was unbelievable, and I did not have any idea about these boots until I came home and looked at comps because I could not understand why these boots were $242. And then I looked on eBay and lo and behold, rare Rocket Buster cowboy boots. Those ones that I was just holding up, $999. There's another pair here for $1,200, $1,700. Please tell me if you know about Rocket Buster cowboy boots, because I think I need to go back to this place and check them out again. I had no idea what I was looking at. $970. This place is full of gems, and I think I need to look more closely when I'm here. So moving along, seeing this rug here I thought was nice. It reminded me of Pendleton, but definitely not the vibe I have in my condo. So this is their little clothing section. I really liked this mob wife aesthetic leather jacket that was real fur. $175, just a little too much. Comps were more in like the $120 range. This is an Anthropologie sweater I considered picking up for $11, but it wasn't really speaking to me. We are transitioning into spring now. I have sold through a lot of my sweaters, and I am a sucker for a nice sweater. This one is priced a little higher.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I mean, right now we just have everything in like little plastic things for $100. I mean, I don't know like long term, but it's really not bad.
Right, short term.
Well, it's all dovetail on the side. It's really well made. We ended up passing on that bureau. I'm really debating on whether or not I want to have our closet professionally done or even do it on my own with like IKEA shelves. So I don't want to clutter it with random bureaus, even though that was really well made. It wasn't really the style I was going for. They have a lot of audio equipment. I don't know if one of the owners is into music, but they have quite a cool selection. I loved this rug. Definitely not the price I was going for, not with a pup at home, but isn't that beautiful? I would put this in the condo or at home. I just think it's gorgeous. Maybe if it's there long enough and goes on sale. And I'm always on the hunt for the two chairs that go in the end, like the head of my dining room table, because the cushions are stained, and this would be for my home, not the condo, but that wasn't what I was shopping for, so I was trying to stay focused. I also really liked this Monaco print. I think it would look great in the condo. I've just never been to Monaco, so it had no meaning to me. I liked the height of these lamps, but they really just weren't my style. But I am definitely looking for something tall. And I thought these were absolutely beautiful, but each lamp was a different size. But if I had the right colors, I would want to incorporate those into my home. I think they were really pretty. good price on the Wilson's leather, but I noticed a little flaw at the hem on the left-hand side there. I did end up taking these loafers home for $6. They're my size and they're new Zara leather flats. Comps were pretty decent. And here's the one little bowl that I do end up taking home, in addition to a big surprise that I see at the end of the trip. I want this bowl for my fountain pen ink, actually, in the condo. I'll explain later. This was a pretty set. I love like the robin's egg Tiffany blue. I think it was about $180 or $120 for the entire set. But I got my dishes here last time and I'm so happy with them. Yeah, $180 for the whole set. Who remembers these glasses from McDonald's in the late 70s or early 80s? Here's another gem. At first I was like $145 for this vintage Barbie set. Look at the comps, $4.99. It's unbelievable. As I was leaving, I found this bag. I got these shoes and this little thing. Jay's over at the bookstore. I may have just gotten a Balenciaga for $60. It's really nice. I'm really hoping it's real. I know nothing about Balenciaga, so I need to do some research. I just dropped Jay off to get a haircut, and then we're coming back to get lunch at 110 Grill. My mom gave us a gift card a while ago, and I haven't used it yet, so we're gonna go for lunch there. But across the way over here on this very cold February day is TJ Maxx. I hope to find some cute stuff here. These could be super fun to just bring a pop of color into the room. I do need to brighten things up a bit in there. And this is nice and neutral, just these basic white ones. You know that's my temptation as well. This is cute with the little bow. I feel like the tall grass really goes with kind of the more contemporary mid-century vibe of our place, but I don't have any place for that. I think anything green I need needs to stand. Something like this would be perfect because it would just sit in a corner. It's $180 though. That is kind of nice. You can see there's one over there as well. I would love an olive jar for my olive tree. I just need a wider base, but I would like something to put that in. Even something like this would be good in our closet. Right now, it's just kind of a free-for-all in there. Yeah, I need drawers. I'm starting to go crazy. These are really cute. These are book storage, book box storage. This would be cute on the bookshelf. And then I think these are really cute too, these little frames. Totally my color palette, which makes me happy. Step away from the Oreos.
You know I'm tempted.
It has been so long since I hung out at Target. This is fun. Getting this for Jay. He loves these stretchy shirts, but man, $30. It's like what you pay at Macy's, basically. But I like this color for you. These are really great. Although these are too big, I like the smaller bottoms. This is perfect for what we need. Oh my gosh. Are those faux? Are these all faux? Oh, those feel real.
These are not. Come on. No, it's better.
Those are real. No, those are definitely real. Clean air plant. That's what it is. When did they start carrying real plants here? Perfect timing. This one's pretty. Those are pretty too, these little guys. These are a little more low-key. $150? $150?
Oh gosh.
No way. Thieves. I can't even imagine what this one is if that's $150.
This one's really nice too.
$200.
Oh my gosh. I mean, they're nice, but gosh.
Damn. That's got to be like $300, but that would be awesome. No, $150.
I like that.
That's really nice.
Rather that than that?
It's kind of apples and oranges because that one's so tall. That would just...
No, but you'd be leaving the other one upstairs. You put this downstairs.
That's true. This is what I was looking at earlier. I thought this was pretty because it's clear. It just won't look as heavy. I like those clear ones. You can also fill these.
With
I mean,
balls?
with what?
Gumballs?
That's an option. People do shelves and stuff. You know, gumballs would be fun if there was a way to get them out. Kind of intrigued by this because our floors are black and I feel like the accent color on our end tables would look really nice with that. But there's only one. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to put it to a vote. Oh, Jay had this one too. That one's pretty too. I don't know if we have two of those. I like that one though.
Do that one. Do that one and that one. We'll do both.
All right, I'm considering going with just this machine washable satin quilt and going with a patterned sheet. Where are we? Are you in Boston? Are you excited? All right, we're back in Boston. Don't mind this. This is, I think, gonna go upstairs now. We're starting to move in some of the stuff. And to the left over there is the gumball lamp. It's just clear and kind of just blends in. It's really nice. And I don't love the vibe over here. This feels more like it belongs on a desk. It's actually a really cool lamp because this goes up and down. And I was thinking that this was going to look really nice with that. And it's not that it doesn't look nice. It's just not very bedroom cozy. And then I did get this as well. And I think because this is more the brass, I kind of want to pull out the gold. I'm just curious how it looks over here. Obviously we have a bunch of stuff going on. Yeah, that just feels more homey. I like it.
Good.
And I love the tree so much. If we can put this anywhere. Gosh, it really just warms up the space so much no matter where we go. And this comforter is actually going in the kids' room. Oh my God, just having a lamp and something green feels so nice here. Okay, so plot twist. I like the glass with the clear center, but I want more height. They actually have tapered ones that are a little bit more narrow that go taller than this. And they come with a shade and they have them at the Fenway Park Target. So I just prepaid for 2 of them. So we're going to open up our new mattress from Birch, who is today's sponsor, and let that inflate. And then we're gonna go pick up the lamps and come back and check things out. Sometimes you just need to be in your space to see what works. Before we go any further, I wanna say a little bit about today's sponsor. Thank you to Birch Living for sponsoring today's video. This mattress was literally the catalyst that got me excited to finally start decorating my bedroom downstairs. And while the pieces that I picked up at Target really enhanced my room, this mattress is definitely the center of why I love my room so much, because I had the best night's sleep on this mattress. I had first heard about Birch mattresses on the Pottery Barn website. When we moved into the condo, I was looking a lot at chairs, tables, and sectionals. I came across the Birch mattress, the Luxe, which is the one that I ended up getting. I was excited to see that Birch Living mattress were crafted using responsibly sourced materials such as organic cotton, organic wool, and natural latex. Their mattresses are also made using polyurethane-free foam. Say that 5 times fast. The mattress we were sleeping on prior to getting the Birch Living mattress was a generic one that we had ordered online. My husband decided that now that the boys are in their 20s, they should no longer be sleeping on twin beds, which I don't disagree. So we had ordered the full-size mattress for Anthony. Then we bought the condo, which kind of happened fast, if you remember, in the month of December. So we needed a mattress. And Anthony was not yet home for the holidays, so we took his mattress to Boston, and that's what we had been sleeping on. There were so many nights where I wished we had a nicer mattress, and we had ordered a bed. That's not coming in until March. When I had the opportunity to get this Birch Living mattress, I was thrilled. It's a bigger bed. It has that luxe top, which makes it so incredibly comfortable. The luxe model that we got features an added quilted organic cotton pillow Euro top. We didn't put a mattress pad or anything on it. We put the new sheets on from Target. We washed them so they were fresh out of the dryer, popped them on, and we we had the greatest night's sleep. The first of many, I'm sure. So if my one night of great sleep isn't enough to convince you to get this mattress, with Birch mattress, you get a 100-night sleep trial to make sure that you love your mattress. That means you'll get more than 3 months to make sure you love it. The best part about all of this is that they deliver your mattress right to your door. It comes in a cardboard box. You magically unroll it and it inflates. It was thick, 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 and so plush and comfortable. I love my Birch living mattress, and I think you would love it too. Birch's President's Day sale is now live. Birch is offering my followers and subscribers an exclusive partner discount. So head to birchliving.com to get 27% off your mattress with the code BirchPartner27. Now let's see this room transform. So that was awesome. We got parking for $5. We got kava for dinner, and we picked up our lamps, and they validated. This is great.
Stay here before returning to your vehicle.
Every time we go to Target, Jay comes home with new pillows.
Can't have too many.
It is really nice. We're washing the sheets, but wow, this already feels like a transformed space. You know that, Lumps? He's happy. So today's video is kind of crazy because I had not thought that I was going to be doing a haul of any sort, except for the stuff that you're seeing that I'm picking up at Target. And as it turned out, the first store that I went to, Tables and Teapots, I only ended up getting that wooden bowl, which is actually at my place right now in Boston. I'm using it as a tray for all of my fountain pen ink. So these are some samples of the bottles of ink. This is a Mont Blanc and a Graphon Faber-Castell. And I just have a bunch of bottles of inks, like a lot. There's more in back of me. But I thought that little wooden bowl, it was like flat in the center, would look really nice. And it would also contain me a little bit so I don't go overboard with what I decide to bring into the city. I have a built-in bookcase above my couch, and then there are some built-ins around the spiral staircase at the top that are open. And I can just put that whole little bowl with the inks inside. And I think it will just look better than just placing them kind of loose on the shelf or taking up a drawer that is pretty prime real estate in the condo because we don't have a ton of storage. So that was my thinking for getting that bowl. I also ended up getting these Zara shoes, which you saw. These were just $6 and they were new without tag. They're size 40. I think I'm gonna sell these. I paid $6 for these. This store really knows their stuff when it comes to like China or mid-century modern brands, vases, a lot of the things that I was showing you. That's kind of their sweet spot, but they also specialize, funny enough, in like audio. There's a section of the store, I think I just glanced by it, and they have all old stereo systems. They have a bunch of vintage vinyl for record players, sound equipment, and it's this little niche within the store. Then they do have handbags and clothing, and you can see that some of the shoes, for example, like these ended up being only $6 because I think people go in the store mostly for collectibles and housewares and things that I just mentioned. I don't think this place is really known for the clothing that they sell or for handbags. So at the front of the store, they had a Kate Spade bag when I was checking out that was behind glass. There were actually 3 Balenciaga bags that were hanging over near the jewelry section. I didn't even film it because I was literally on my way out, and this was priced at $75. Balenciaga is not a brand that I have any experience with, so I was very skeptical, but I did do like a Google Lens photo. There was another like army green, like a micro suede bag that I thought was really nice, but I recognized this as a popular style. I didn't realize what it was or the impact it had in like the 2010s. The City bag was the one that I had heard of from Balenciaga. I mean, I knew nothing about them, but I had heard of the City bag, and I didn't know if this was the City bag, but it's not. So this is actually the Velo bag, V-E-L-O, that came out after the City bag. And I didn't know that until I started to research it. So this was $75, and the other 2 bags, I believe one was priced at $64 and then the other one $75. Because this was the most recognizable to me, I decided to take a chance on this, but I was questioning the authenticity because most of the pictures online that I saw were made out of all leather. So at the register, I asked, do you know if this is authentic? And she's like, we really don't have a way of knowing for sure, but based on our research, it looks good, which doesn't always mean that you're getting an authentic bag. However, I thought the hardware looked really good and chunky on this bag. There was a fair amount of wear on the leather, and the leather felt really soft. I don't know that somebody would hold on to a fake for that long, or that a fake would hold up this well over time. It also had this leather weaving, and it had a serial number on the inside, which again, I've seen many a bags that were fake. If you guys remember, I just did a deep dive into that Tory Birch bag that I bought on Poshmark, which ended up being fake. So I've been very gun shy when it comes to bags, but you also know that I love to research handbags. I have a thing for luxury handbags. I talk more about luxury handbags on my other channel, but this is something I wanted to look into. So these were the reasons why I took it home and had a little bit of confidence. And on the back, it says made in Italy with the serial number. Also, in my research, I've always looked for YKK zippers as like the hallmark of a quality zipper. And this did not have YKK, but when I flipped it upside down, I did see that it was a different brand. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that here, but I'll put what it is on the screen. But I read that brands like Prada and Balenciaga used these zippers and not YKK. So there were little things that were coming into focus. I don't really like to even send something off to be authenticated if I think it's going to be fake, because I don't want to spend the money. But I did use a service which I haven't had the best experience with. I was supposed to do a brand deal with this company, and I had sent them 2 items and they were unable to authenticate it. And they use a combination of AI and real people. I had sent them a Christian Dior vintage robe that they couldn't authenticate, which seemed kind of like a slam dunk to me. I'm almost certain it's real. I can't remember the other thing that I sent to them. Anyways, they came back inconclusive, but I had a credit with them because I was supposed to use them for a brand deal. I ended up passing on that brand deal. Just so you guys know, I will never work with a company that I really don't feel confident about. I just didn't like the response time and the fact that I had sent them something that they couldn't authenticate. It made me weary, so I decided to not work with them. However, I did have a credit with them and they were able to authenticate this. I did a 2-hour authentication, and actually I was impressed with the write-up when it came back. They actually indicated not only that it was authentic, but also why they knew. And they talked about the stitching and the symmetry of where things were placed, the serial number, and everything that just checked out to say that this was authentic. So I was thrilled because, you know, just this morning when I was debating whether or not I made a bad move, because this is non-refundable, it came back authentic. Also, I should mention that when I purchased this, it was $75, but the following day, the price was going to drop to $60 and the store was closed. So I asked the associate and they said they would honor the $60. Now I want to go back and get the other 2 bags, because if this one is real, the other 2 had the same timestamp, the same date that they were going to be reduced. And to me, if this one's real, it was probably dropped off by the same person. The other 2 are probably real. If I go back and the other 2 are there, I'm definitely buying them. This had probably already been in the store for a month and nobody picked it up. So I was blown away by that. So Balenciaga is a French luxury brand, and this was introduced in the 2010s. It was part of their motorcycle collection, which was originally designed in the early 2000s. So this says that the Velo closely resembles the City bag, which is another one of Balenciaga's classics, but this is slightly taller and it has a longer strap. With City bag, a lot of people would hold in the crux of their arm. And if you look up celebrities with their City bags or their Velo bags, you see people like Hilary Duff. You see a lot with the Kardashians wearing Balenciaga. So it was definitely like the it bag of the 2010s, and this followed the City bag. And just today, my good friend Laura Von V, who if you're not watching, you should definitely be watching her. Laura was telling me that Gigi Hadid was just seen wearing a City bag yesterday, And so she did a quick search on Poshmark. There weren't a lot of solds on Poshmark for the city bag in recent months. And then in one day, I think it was Vogue magazine featured her wearing the city bag. There were like 10 sales on Poshmark in the past couple of days because this just came out on the 24th, this article. So the timing of finding this bag was really crazy to me. But I can't mention Balenciaga current day without talking about the scandal that they have been a part of. Balenciaga's reputation has really undergone some major shifts in the recent years. They released an ad campaign. A lot of people viewed it as totally inappropriate. I don't know how this bag is going to do. The comps are everywhere from like $100 to $900. Now, I don't think this is going to be on the high end because this is not made out of leather, but certainly to walk into a random consignment store and find 3 Balenciaga bags for under $75 really was impressive to me. I've never found Balenciaga out in the wild. And it's funny because they had Kate Spade behind the counter. I was just online today and I happened to come across a really cute Kate Spade bag at Nordstrom Rack because I'm doing some research for a future video. It was kind of like black and sparkly. It was $59. $59. And the retail was $340, but you can pick up Kate Spade for a song these days. It just doesn't fetch the money that it used to. So if I were running the consignment store, I would probably have Kate Spade out on the floor and the Balenciaga bags behind glass, but it was the reverse here. You just never know what you're going to find and you never know where you're going to find it. So I was really excited to find this, to come home, to do some research. Above all, I was really excited that it came back and it was authentic. So the company that I did use, I will use their name now. I haven't mentioned them until this point. It's called Legit Grails. If I do end up working with them in the future, it will be nice that I had at least a positive experience. I had a $35 credit. I used $25 of that credit to do the 2-hour authentication on this. And then I used an additional $5 to get the certificate. So when I do sell this, I will ship the printed certificate out. I was able to download it. And now I have that to sell with this bag, which is really nice. I realized that a lot of this video was centered on sprucing up my bedroom and showcasing my beautiful new mattress, which I am absolutely in love with because I had the best night's sleep on that mattress, which is why I saved this till the end. So that way, if people wanted to just see what I was doing at the condo and then log off, they could. But if you were curious to hear if this was authentic and hear a little bit about Balenciaga, I figured I would pop this in at the end for you to listen to. I do plan on going back. I will let you know if I get 2 other bags from them. If I had to guess, I would say that I will probably list this for $3.99, but I need to look a little bit more at comps and see because I just found out that it was real today. So that wraps up today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Thanks again to Birch Living for sponsoring today's video. I will be back with another video to show you downstairs when the actual bed arrives from Interior Define. I'm really excited about it. It's really beautiful. It's velvet. It's gonna look so gorgeous and we are gonna sleep so well on that mattress in our new bed. So I can't wait for that to arrive. We still also need to get some artwork in there and maybe a desk in the kids' room. So more to come on decorating the condo. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more from me and hit the thumbs up if you had a good time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Birch's President's Day sale is now live. Check out birchliving.com to get 27% off your mattress with the code BirchPartner27.